YouTube, what's going on? It's Gaithers back with another video. And listen, before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell so you're not missing an upload, and comment down below what you want to see next, okay? Now, let's get into this. This is a little bit of a bittersweet video for me because, as y'all know, I consider myself one of the biggest Clippers fans on the platform. I have all this Clippers stuff in the back, have the Clippers hoodie on today, had a Clippers hoodie on my last video, and this isn't really the most positive video I would say about the Clippers because we honestly, and I say this lightly because it's the beginning of the season, but this is an overreaction. All my videos for the first week of the season have all been overreactions pretty much, and we look trash the first week of the season. Now, a lot of the other good teams look terrible as well, but this team is a team that I believe, and this is slightly biased, but I believe a lot of other people believe too that they can win the championship. They're one of the best teams to win the championship, and I think we're one of the deep. I still think we're one of the deepest teams in the league, and at least in theory we are, but right now it doesn't look like that at all. And I just pulled up some of the stats for y'all. Offensive rating, we are second to last, right above the Lakers, and Lakers offense have also been god awful, and they're 0-4. We have the second to last worst, the second to worst offensive rating, and the offensive inconsistency has been there 24/7, and we are by far leading the league in turnovers. I mean, it's bad. Like, let me pull up the stat. I know, like, without even looking at the stat, I know it's terrible. Traditional. Here we go. Turnovers. Yeah, we're leading the league in turnovers with 17.5 per game, and this is a team that has a lot of vets, and so we shouldn't be leading the league in turnovers like this, but we are. Right above the Jazz, who they've had a good start. They're 4-1, but I had a video about them as well. But we're right in front of the Jazz, and then of course the Warriors are a team that always has a lot of turnovers. But it's looking rough, man. I mean, we should not be leading the league in turnovers like this, you know? And not only that, but the offense has been god-awful. We're a team that last year was one of the best shooting teams in the league, and we can't hit a three to start the season either, you know? And, you know, the big elephant in the room with this team as well is, you know, PG had to miss some time. He was last game. I think he might be out this game as well with some sickness, non-COVID related, so get well soon to him. But, big elephant in the room is Kawhi not playing a lot. He's missing tonight against the not Rockets, the Thunder, and he missed last game against the Thunder. Just, you know, and I'm not against it, honestly. Like, as long as we know he's going to show up during playoff time and get right. Because at the end of the day, if you win, you lose some regular season games, it is what it is. But also, he shouldn't have to play against a team like the Thunder, who is going to be one of the bottom teams in the league. They got their first win against us the other night when we're supposed to beat them. You know, we started off the season 2-0, beat the Lakers in the first night, which that's not saying much because they're 0-4. I know they're not a good team, but it was still a close game, and that was a game they should have won, right? Second game, we played the Kings, I believe, and we won that game pretty solidly, but we really kind of got bailed out by Paul George 40-piece, right? We didn't look, they didn't really jump off the page for me. We didn't look great, right? The defense has been there. We played solid team defense. But there's also other times where we just look unengaged and they're just getting buckets on us. Like against the Suns, the defense was still solid, but the Suns were just hitting tough shots, right? And that was coming off of back-to-back, so I wasn't as worried about that game. I was like, you know, it's coming off of back-to-back for us. It's the Suns, who are a great NBA team, and they couldn't miss, and we couldn't hit anything, right? But the amount we just keep turning the ball over, and we're missing all these threes when we're supposed to be one of the best three-point shooting teams, it's rough, man. And then, of course, the Thunder is a team we were supposed to beat, and you know they just they came out and they destroyed us, kind of. Not really, but like we didn't really have control the whole time, right? Like they had the lead almost the whole game, and then jumped out in the second half. They just took the lead and they stomped on us, right? We had some runs here and there, but us, we just keep turning the ball over. We're missing shots, and like a lot of these sets, like it doesn't look like we're really running our sets right? It's like a lot of isolation, which that's something that the Clippers do a lot of, especially when they have Kawhi and Paul George. But without those guys, we're not supposed to be isolating that much, right? It's just a lot of isolation and like just standing around until the end of the shot clock, and then somebody's chucking up a three. Like Reggie Jackson, for example, he's had a terrible start to the season. I love Reggie, don't get me wrong, but he's had a terrible start to the season because a lot of his shots are coming at the end of the shot clock and they're clanking, right? one of the bright points, I like how Luke Kennard's been playing. He's been pretty aggressive when he comes out. He's hitting a lot of his shots. And Marcus Morris has looked good. He also missed last game as well for, I don't even remember why. I think it was personal reasons. But he missed last game as well. And back to the whole Kawhi thing. I don't mind him missing these games, right? I just think the team that's supposed to be the deepest team in the league can't lose games against the Thunder, right? They can't be losing games against the Thunder when their team is trying to bottom out. And we just got bullyballed by this young team. They were attacking the rim at will on us, and they were finishing. I mean, Zubac has looked good as well too, but let's be honest, he's not the most, rim protecting big, even though he has done a good job of it. And we like to go small, and we're just getting destroyed, paint touch after paint touch after paint touch. Even though we have one of the best defenses in the league right now, it didn't look that way against them. And then on offense, all we have to do is we have to really get into our sets, really run the right way, and get these good shots. A lot of the threes we're missing too are contested threes. That's one of the issues. And end of the day, we very well could be 0-4 right now if it wasn't for Paul George having a big game against the Kings, and then us kind of just getting bailed out by the Lakers not being that good, being one of the worst in the league our first game, right? So there's a lot of stepping up this team has to do, and I'm always going to support them till the day I die. But I feel like they're going to get there. Of course, I feel like they're going to figure out Ty Lue's a great head coach. He's going to make the adjustments necessary, and I expect them. I think we play the Thunder tonight, I believe. I expect them to come out and destroy the Thunder. They just beat us last game with the first one of the season. I expect us to come out and destroy the Thunder. I also want to speak a little bit on Norman Powell. This is a guy I expected to come in and maybe win 6th man of the year this year, which I don't know how possible that is because he's starting a lot of these games because Kawhi and PG not being there. But he is a guy that I expected to come in and average at 20. He didn't have the best stint with us when he got traded to us last year. He had some solid games, but he also had that injury where he couldn't play a lot. I expected him to come in and really be big, and he has been wildly inefficient so far. Like I said, same with Reggie Jackson. The bright spots, Marcus Morris has looked great as usual. Zoo has looked great. Terrence Mann has looked good in his minutes, but there's a lot of figuring out to do. And the one thing I worry about is how much gelling time is it going to take with this stacked Western Conference, because when you have your best player in and out of the lineup as much as he's going to be, because we know, like he said, he's missing 2 games in a row right now. All the media is starting to talk about, why is he load managing this much, etc. The team he's going to have to start playing more if they can't figure it out with him off the court and on the court, right? I expect them to come out and win big against the Thunder because they were so used to playing without Paul George and Kawhi, or so I thought, but they didn't look used to it at all last night. They looked rusty, like all those guys that were big for us last year. The reason we were the 8th seed without the play-in, because with both of them not playing, is because the depth was so good and all these guys were stepping up, but they did not look ready yesterday, or the day before yesterday at this point. And I still hold out hope that they're gonna figure it out. I know they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna be without a doubt a playoff team, but I'd like for them to get one of those higher seeds. It make it easier on them with this stacked conference. And the games that if Kawhi's gonna be missing these games, which he's going to, because we want him to be ready for the playoffs. That's what it comes down to. The other guys have to be ready to step up, right? And of course, it was a game. 3 of our best 3 starters: Kawhi, Paul George, and Marcus Morris, who at this point has been almost our best player this season, out. But they got to step it up, right? And like I said, if we can see more out of Norman, another bright spot, John Wall's been good. He's still getting his feet under him, but he's been solid in the minutes he's getting. He's looking like he's going to take that starting point guard role because Reggie has been wildly inefficient. So, but we're going to see. I know Kawhi's not playing tonight against the OKC Thunder again. He went back to LA. So I hope next game we have, he plays. Because Kawhi's looked pretty rusty too. He still looks solid, but he's still got to get his feet under him. It's been a whole year, right? So, but I still have hope for this team. I still think we can win the chip if our cards are played right. And yeah, man, just want to see some better things out of them, right? I'm one of the biggest Clippers fans, but I'm not against being critical of them too. So, appreciate y'all for watching, man. This one's more directed towards this fan base. Not a lot of fans out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. All those fans like the other teams, like the Lakers and all that. But we're out there, so hope y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, man, like I said, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.